So today, for today's video, I am going to whip out my Glock on camera. Yes, my Glock. So, I've made fun of Glock for years, but I figured it was time to at least own one. A bunch of people were telling me I should at least own one Glock, Perfection Glock, so that I can say I own one. I decided, what the hell, might as well get one, might as well carry it as well. So I decided upon the Glock 19X. I thought it was kind of cool. I liked the color. I liked the fact that it was kind of sort of the gun that Glock submitted for the handgun program for the military, even though it does not have the manual safety, so it's technically not an exact copy. But it does have the lanyard loop that sets the internet on fire. Apparently people don't like a lanyard loop. But I decided to go with that, and I ended up buying one. And at first I really liked it. I put about 600 rounds through the gun so far, waiting for my holster to show up. I went with Tier 1 Kydex holster, another first. And when I got my holster, I started carrying the gun. And after 3 days of carry, the gun looked like this. And that's what my finish looked like after 3 days. Really kind of depressing that Glock Perfection ends up being more like Glock Epic Fail. So at first I'm like, okay, maybe it's an issue with just this gun, but upon Googling it, I found out that it's a very notorious issue, which is kind of why I'm making this video for anybody thinking about possibly buying a Glock. I hope that prospective 19X buyers see this and keep this in mind. So what I did was I contacted Glock and I said to them, hey, you know, this is apparently a notorious issue. What are you guys doing about it? Which I'm here to tell you, don't ever waste your time leaving a message with Glock, because I've done that twice now and they never get back to you. So I finally got a hold of a person, and the long story short is the guy told me that there's nothing wrong with the finish, and the only thing that they can do would be to replace the gun and put it, you know, with a new finish, whether they replace the full slide or the just a slide or the gun, and they would replace the gun. But the guy told me that, oh, you know, if you keep carrying it, the finish is going to rub right off, which basically he was trying to claim was normal holster wear, which I do not consider that much wear on a gun after 3 days. Normal holster wear, I've been carrying for many years and have many guns that have plenty of holster wear and not nearly that much holster wear after years of carry versus this, which has that much carry or that much wear after 3 days. So basically right now I'm kind of at an impasse. I could either send my gun in, go through the trouble and expense of sending it in, because, oh, by the way, Glock does not pay for shipping to them. So that's one thing Smith & Wesson has up on them, is Smith & Wesson will send you a label to send your gun in, where with Glock you are on your own for getting the gun to them. And upon doing that, they will replace the gun or part of the gun or whatever they might do. And if they do end up replacing the full gun, I then have to wait for, I could go to an FFL, and then I have to do more paperwork and do a transfer, which will be a $35 transfer. So about 70 bucks. The possibility of being $70 to replace this gun, just to have the finish wear right back off, because I do intend to carry this gun, and I don't intend for it to be a safe queen, because to me a Glock is nothing more than a tool. They're not pretty, they're not beautiful. It is nothing more than a polymer framed tool, and they are excellent. You know, I put 600 rounds through this gun, no malfunctions, no issues, gun's running good. But it's kind of a carry it or don't own it type scenario for me. So I'm curious to hear what people think. Do you think I should send the gun into Glock, go through the trouble of having it replaced just to have the finish wear right back off if I keep carrying it? Or maybe do you think I should Cerakote it? I could wait for the finish to get bad enough to where it truly looks ugly and then send it off to be Cerakoted. It probably wouldn't cost too much more than sending it into Glock for a replacement. But curious to hear what people's thoughts is, and I make this video kind of as a warning to anybody looking to buy a new Glock, especially a 19X, that the new finish, the NPVD finish, does not hold up very well to holster wear, and Glock really isn't doing too much to change it. So that's my video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and have a good day.